How's it going, YouTube? This is TCG, and I am here to bring you the first official episode of my Pokemon Red playthrough series on the Virtual Console. First of all, thanks to everyone who watched and commented and voted on Episode 0, the previous one. It was an extremely close race as to what I should choose as my starter. I'll get to that in a second. The first thing that I want to say is, can we crush 500 likes for this, the first official episode of Pokemon Red Virtual Console? I think it can happen, but it's up to you guys to make it happen. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to make this series because I obviously do have other things I need to do on YouTube, but I'll try my very hardest to make this happen at least 3 days a week until it is all over. That being said, you guys voted in the straw poll in the previous video. Thanks to everyone who did that, by the way. I would not have predicted the result, but by an overwhelming majority, you guys decided that this will be a straight playthrough of Pokemon Red, which means I will be hopefully going after the Mew glitch and Missing No and all those other classic things that we know about. I've never personally ever done them myself, but I've seen other people do them, and I'm going to try my hardest to do them in this playthrough. So if you love seeing glitches and obtaining Pokemon that are otherwise unobtainable through legitimate means, then watch this series, because I'm going to try my very hardest to get all of those and more. Now, what did you guys decide should be my starter? Well, first of all, you guys, I just gotta say, it was an extremely close race for the starter. It was basically a three-way tie. I had to actually go into the comments and count up every single one using the hashtag question. And speaking of hashtag question, as you can see below the webcam, my new question is, what was the first Pokemon game you ever played? So be sure to answer the question in the comments for a chance of my next Pokemon being named after you. So yeah, what was the first Pokemon game you ever played? Me personally, it was Red. That's why I went with Red. So anyway, so you answer that, and you had a chance of having the Pokemon named after you. Enough chit chat, let's go ahead and reveal the winner. I had to actually count up every single individual comment to find the winner. It was extremely close, but the winner was chosen to be Charmander. Now, here's the thing that I don't know. What will I... Skull receive Charmander. Do I want to give a nickname Charmander? Yes, I do. Now, what do I want to nickname it? Well, to answer that question, I have the video here on my other screen of episode 0, and I'm going to pick someone who answered hashtag question in the comments, and I will pick your username to be the nickname of this Charmander. Since genders did not appear in Generation 1, that means I can pick a male or a female. Let's see, let's just go ahead and load up all the comments and just randomly pick one. I see Derpy, I see Crow, Flawed, Kenji, the Cookie King. Actually, I like that. Will that fit? Let's see if that'll fit. Cookie King. Yes, Cookie King will fit. I had to get rid of a space, but it does work. Cookie King the Charmander, and now Cookie King the Charmander is in the layout. Once again, all of my Pokemon pictures are drawn by Calico Pikachu. A link to her Patreon is in the description. Go and support her. She definitely deserves every single penny. Her art is worth it, as you can see in the layout. So Jordan says, I'll take this one then. And Jordan received a Squirtle. I bet he won't even nickname it either. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, okay. Just double check and make sure everything's recording. It'd be really upsetting if it wasn't. So... Wait, Skull! Let's check out our Pokemon! Come on, I'll take you on! And here we go, guys. Our first official battle of Pokemon Red is about to begin. Jordan wants to battle, and he sent out Squirtle. Go, Cookie King! Let us show Jordan how we do stuff. And I'm just going to straight up scratch until it knocks it out. Now, the critical hit system is a whole lot different back here in Gen 1 than it was in the newest games. So the higher level you are, or it's actually based off of speed, but that usually means higher level. The speedier you are than your opponent, the more critical hits you're bound to get. So that's why Nuzlockes are so hard in this game, because if you're just 1 or 2 levels under, then you're going to get hit with critical hits quite often. Oh my goodness, the nostalgia! Come on, Cookie King, can you knock out Squirtle? No, so close. One more, Cookie King, don't miss! Yes! And another thing, 100% accurate moves still have a chance of missing. It's just the way the games were programmed back then. Cookie King Griddle level 6 already! Oh my goodness, that's amazing. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon! Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Skull, Gramps, smell you later! Jordan, Mother Truck and Oak. Anything you need to say to me, Professor Oak? Skull, raise your young Pokemon by making it fight. Sure, I could do that. Oh my goodness, just looking down at my actual 3DS screen right now, you guys were wondering, am I actually playing on 3DS? Yes, I am. In fact, this is probably a good way to sync up the video, make sure I'm doing things right. But yeah, I am playing on an actual 3DS. That's amazing. So, okay. So, let's go and do our first wild Pokemon battle. Obviously, we don't have Pokeballs, so we don't want to get too overpowered, because we'll still want to catch some of these Pokemon. I wouldn't mind having a Pidgey to use as my bird, but I still want to level up at least a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Of course, it is a real 3DS. This is the Virtual Console. Oh, that would have been perfect. Obviously, there's no speed up button or anything like that you guys might be used to from seeing other YouTubers play these games. I don't care. I'm playing an actual copy of Pokemon Red as it was originally played. Oh my goodness, the nostalgia, I swear. And it'll be fun. Oh, think about this. I'll be able to transfer all my Pokemon I get in this game up to Pokemon Sun and Moon when those games release later this year. That should be absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness, just thinking about that blows my mind. We'll actually be able to transfer Pokemon from Generation 1 all the way to Generation 7. Now, there is some confusion for a lot of you. A lot of you think that that you can transfer these Pokemon eventually to Generation 6. That's not the case. It will only be to Sun and Moon, and my guess is once you do the transfer, it will be permanent. But it is still pretty awesome, I must say. Okay, we're almost out of Route 1. But yeah, the very first Pokemon game I played, going back to the question of the day, I think I'll run from this, was Pokemon Red, but I didn't actually own it. What you were able to do back in the late 90s, I'm sure most of you didn't even know this, you were able to go to Blockbuster and... I haven't done this voice in forever, so please pardon me.
Welcome to our Pokemon Center! We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health! Shall we heal your Pokemon?
Yes?
Okay, we'll need your Pokemon. Thank you! Your Pokemon are fighting fit!
We hope to see you again! Creep. But yeah, back in the 90s, you're able to go to Blockbuster and rent the games and a Game Boy. I think it was something like $10 a week. You can rent whatever game you wanted and a Game Boy, and you could just play the game, and as long as you return it on time, it was only like 10 bucks. Hey, you came from Powder Town? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Doesn't even give me a yes-no option. But yeah, so back then, I loved the anime. I didn't actually play the games on the day they were released, but I did watch the first episode of the anime the night it premiered. And I did open up a pack of TCG the day that came out, so I'm one of the only people in the world who can claim both of those. But unfortunately, no, I did not play the games on release day. I did play them maybe a month or two afterwards. Because $10 is a lot of money to a 6-year-old, I had to earn it. So, anyway, I'll get back to that as soon as I deliver this parcel to Professor Oak. Oh, Skull! How is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? And I delivered Oak's parcel. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps! I can't do these voices for too long. What did you call me for? Alright, I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention, Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. This is high-tech encyclopedia. Skull and Jordan! No, that's Oak talking. Skull and Jordan, take these with you. Skull got a Pokédex. To make a complete guide on all Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Skull, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Skull. Gary Mother Truckin' Oak. Jordan Mother Truckin' Oak, I guess. Are you gonna give me Pokeballs? Nope. Let me get the town map and then I'll go back on my way.
Grandpa asked you to run an errand. Here, this will help you.
Got a town map. I've just played through these games so often I know exactly where to go for everything. For most of the journey anyway. So, anyway. I played Pokemon Red first. And I don't remember if I actually beat the entire game in a week because I also had school and things like that, obviously. I do remember being extremely excited because it actually, you know, the graphics look outdated now, but it really did feel like you were immersed in the Pokemon world, that you had complete control, and it just seemed very real, especially to a 6-year-old in the 90s. So, I played Red first, and then I saved up my money again, and I wanted to do it all over again, but I wanted to do a different game, so I went with Blue. And then Yellow, of course, and I actually ended up playing Yellow a whole lot. Then my neighbor ended up getting Yellow, and he let me play that a whole lot as well, so I ended up playing more of Yellow than anything else, but Red was the very first game I ever played. Can I buy Pokeballs? Yeah, I can! Let's go ahead and buy... You can never have too few Pokeballs, especially if I'm going to go after a Mew eventually. So, I'll also want... I don't need any of these yet. I wish they sell potions, though. At least I have the one from my PC, so... Let me go down and see if I can't find a Pidgey real quick. And I think I'll end the episode after I catch a Pidgey. I will go after Pidgey, not Rattata. And luckily this is just a playthrough, not a Nuzlocke, so I can do that. There's a Pidgey! Let's see if I can't catch this, and then get my video set up to name this after someone who answered the hashtag question in the last video. And if you want the chance of having a future Pokemon named after you, make sure that you answer this question using hashtag question in the comments. Really, I'm looking forward to seeing what the first game was for most of you guys, because the first game for most of the people in the 90s were either Gen 1 or Gen 2, but I'm finding a lot of people whose first game was Gen 3 or even Gen 4. There's actually a few people who've commented on my videos saying that their very first game was from Gen 6. You know, their very first game was actually Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, I want to hear what your very first game was. We caught ourselves a Pidgey. Let me go ahead and find a nickname for Pidgey. Let's see. It can be either male or female. Let's see. Gaming Gengar. That doesn't seem very Pidgey-esque. Let's see. Billy. Damon. Ashton. Ashton the Pidgeot. That might be Nana. Mason. Oh man, you know what? I just fell in love with Ashton. So let me go ahead. Congratulations, Ashton, on having this Pokemon named after you. And once again, I will put Ashton the Pidgey in the layout, and the art will be by Calico Pikachu. Seriously, go and check her out. Her art's amazing. What you see on the layout is just a sample of what she's capable of. Let me go ahead and heal up, and then I will end this episode. And then I guess beginning next one, we should be able to continue on our journey and see where it takes us. So I want to thank everyone for watching this. If you're excited for the series, make sure you hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to me if you want to see more. I do plenty more besides this, obviously. I'm going to try really hard. Let me go ahead and save the game. I'm going to try really, really hard to upload this series 3 days a week. And I really hope that you guys enjoy it. That does it for this episode. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.